Hi, this is Collar of Sublime Trading. This is the Forex Weekend video analysis. So we have four Forex pairs to look through today. The first one is the Euro Australian dollar. So as usual, we're going to start by looking at the monthly time frame. You can see on the monthly, I've drawn in a resistance line from this high back in August 2015. Price hasn't yet reached that point and has since started to move back below last year's high. So if price can continue to remain below last year's high, we may see price travel down towards last year's low, which is a strong area of support. But do bear in mind, we do have round numbers on the way, which may also act as areas of support. The first round number is 1.50 and the next one after that is 1.40. If we go to the weekly time frame, price is currently trading below the 50 simple moving average, but still above the 200 simple moving average. So we may see price continue to move lower until it reaches this area of support in the form of the 200 simple moving average. On the daily time frame, price is currently below both the 50 and 200 simple moving average, and we see weakness here on the daily time frame, and there is momentum to the downside. So again, we may see a continuation of this bearish move. Going to the next Forex pair, which is the Euro New Zealand dollar. On the monthly time frame, we can see price found strong area of resistance at last year's high, which is this green line here. And so far this month we've seen a big bearish bar, and price may continue to move lower until it reaches this area of support in the form of last year's low. On the weekly time frame, price is currently below the 50 but above the 200 simple moving average. And if we go to the daily time frame, price is below both the 50 and 200 simple moving averages. Price is finding a lot of weakness. We see price continue to move to the downside, a lot of momentum to the downside. And again, like I mentioned on the monthly time frame, we may see price continue lower until it reaches last year's low. The next Forex pair is the Euro US dollar. Price is currently trading in between last year's high and last year's low. And last month we saw a big bearish bar. We have to wait and see whether price will continue to move to the downside. But so far this month we've seen an indecision candle. On the weekly time frame, price is currently below the 50 simple moving average, but finding support around the 200 simple moving average. So price may bounce off the 200 moving average, or it may continue to move below that area and continue to the downside. On the daily time frame, price is currently below the 50 and 200 simple moving average. We can see a lot of weakness here on the daily time frame. So we saw this big move to the downside, followed by this area of consolidation. So if price can break this low, then we should see another continuation of the downtrend. Last Forex pair we're looking at today is the New Zealand dollar US dollar. Now price on the monthly time frame looks like it's in the period of consolidation, but price is still below last year's low, which is using as an area of resistance. If this area holds strong enough, then we should see another move to the downside. On the weekly time frame, price is currently trading below the 50 and 200 simple moving averages. And going down to the daily time frame now, price is currently above the 50 moving average but below the 200 simple moving average. So right now, because price is above the 50 simple moving average, we need to see price break down below this moving average and also break below this low here before we can look for any shorting opportunities. But one to definitely keep on the watch list. Don't forget to press subscribe to catch all of our weekly and weekend video updates.